Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time, Final Fantasy XVI. I, I have been really frustrated with this game. I got this game, um, I'd like to say on release. I have to check. I have to check exactly when I bought this game, but it was definitely near release time. Um, and I was hyped for this game. Oh yeah, I did pre-order this game. Now that I remember, I pre-ordered this game. Um, and I was excited to play it. The demo looked cool, with the abilities um, that you were able to like test out. Like the abilities look pretty cool. So they did summons differently in this game, right? So, I don't think it's too many spoilers that I'm showing for this review of the game because most of this is in the demo. Um, but like, yeah, it's decently cool abilities, right? Like you get access to this in the demo, and you're like, oh, this looks really cool. This is gonna be a great game, right? They did summons right this time because then you could actually play as the summons,
I'm not
right?
sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Anyway, like the characters are decent, right? Like Clive, this is Jill, this is Torgal, your dog. Like the
Thanks.
characters are decent, right? But like the character development isn't really there. Like, for example, slight spoilers, slight spoilers. The relationship between Clive and Jill, which is obviously the romantic interest of Clive in this game, doesn't. I mean, I know it's a common theme in Final Fantasy games that it takes like the whole game for them to realize what they have and get together. But for example, these two who have known each other since childhood have not like concretely established their relationship this far into the game, which is like I don't know how many hours. I'm 20 hours, 30 hours into this game, 30 hours, I believe. Um, I don't know if it shows exactly my time in the game, but I think on my PS5 it showed 30 hours in this game, and we killed a few bosses. We got a few Acon abilities. So I have this. This is definitely the slight spoilers. I'm not gonna do too much, but we got fire, wind, lightning, earth, and as I said, most of this is available in the demo. And then it looks like there's like three more Acons or summons you can get like abilities for, and that was kind of like what was pushing me through this game. Like, oh, I got to get the rest of these. I got to get the rest of these summons, right? Because that's what this game is about. Um, but I just can't with this game. Like this game. So the reason why I'm making this video on why you should not play this game um, is because they turned Final Fantasy. So I'm a Final Fantasy player since Final Fantasy VI, which came out on the SNES back in I don't know 1995 or something. Something like that. Like I've been playing Final Fantasy for years. You can only control Clive in this game, which is similar to Final Fantasy 15, but at least you could, towards the middle and the end of the game, switch to the other characters. But in this game, like they're literally just AI controlled partners. Torgal, Jill, like whoever else you get in your party, they're just there. You don't get to play as them. You don't get to change their equipment, abilities, nothing. And then, so I guess you kind of saw that coming with Final Fantasy 15. Thank goodness Final Fantasy 7 remake has, you know, I mean it's action focused, but at least you have a party. You can change their equipment. At least you still have that. In this game, oh man, this is like so I saw like some posts on like online that this is like a Game of Thrones focused. Like the best comment I saw that that describes this game is it's basically like they took everything they've seen in like Western media, which is like Game of Thrones, like any like any of those streaming videos that you see that are popular, like I don't know, The Boys or any like action superhero focused content like The Umbrella Academy. It's just random like I'm not gonna say like gratuitous scenes, but like in the beginning of this game, there was like gratuitous sex scenes. There was like stuff you've never seen in Final Fantasy games. Like there's lots of cursing in this game, which is like a Western thing, right? Um, but like they thought, oh yeah, this is what people want to see. When this is what Westerners want, you know? And it's like, no, we want a Final Fantasy game. We want like a party. We want, a good story. And the story isn't terrible, but like it just drags on. And you don't know how many of these big brutes I've killed in my time with this game. Like, anyway, I do not recommend this game at all. Like maybe on a deep sale, but even then, like you're gonna be bored. Like the side quests are like an MMO. Like, oh, get me 5 pieces of cloth. Like, kill 5 of these deer. And it's like, what is this? This is the new, AAA Final Fantasy game. What are we doing here? Anyway, yeah, I'm just frustrated with this game. I'm like supposedly 2/3 through this game, and I can't stand it. Like I barely want to finish this game. So I'm probably gonna shut it off after 20 something 30 hours. Like I just can't do it. I'd rather just be playing something else. Like I don't have infinite time to play games anymore. The game has to interest me, and this game isn't doing it. I've been looking forward to a few games. I'm kind of getting off topic here with like what games looking forward to. I mean, obviously I'm getting Final Fantasy VII Remastered, even though the first part was a little shallow, quote unquote, I would say too. Like that is, I think, my problem with this game. It's just kind of like shallow, and I feel like that's just the way.
No. Where's that cart?
It's just, I think that's just the way games are going these days, especially these newer JRPGs, because they're trying to stay relevant, and they're like, how do we keep these low attention span gamers interested in this game? They're like, oh, let's just put a whole bunch of side quests and like meaningless content, and they'll stick with the game, right? And it's just for I guess quote unquote jaded gamers like myself, who's played a ton of Final Fantasy games, like it's just not doing it anymore. Like this is not like hunting for secret materia in Final Fantasy VII, or like the secret optional bosses in Final Fantasy X, like the secret abilities to characters or the secret characters in Final Fantasy VI. Like the stuff like that was like really cool and iconic for the game, the franchise. But the stuff that they're putting out now,
Nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
I don't know
Found
what
the
is going
cart
on.
and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out?
Like the dialogue, it's just I can't stand the dialogue. I skip through so much dialogue in this game. It reminds me of Genshin
It's been a
Impact.
pleasure. Now piss off.
if you guys play that,
There's no need to...
it's just like extra dialogue for no reason. Like just complete the quest. Like I don't need to talk to you. Like like you guys are super minor characters that I will never see again. Like just give me the quest reward. Anyway, that is this game. This game in a nutshell. Like this quest I just did for you, this side quest. That is this game in a nutshell. You do like 20 of these, you move on to the next area, you fight a boss, and then you do a few more of these side quests. Go through some bland dialogue. Like this is not a great RPG anymore. You know, this is not how it should be done. What I did hear on the internet is that Baldur's Gate 3 is great. That that I have not played yet, but I heard that it's an engrossing story. It encourages you to replay the game multiple times just because of your own interests. It's not like the game forces you to do it. Like you yourself are interested because there's other characters, there's like different things you could do. Um, so that's how a game should be made, and that's a Western title. So I'm gonna be more selective with my game choices these days because, picking this up was kind of a mistake for me. Like maybe I would have regretted missing out on Final Fantasy 16, but now that I've played it and seeing the direction that they're going, oh man, I cannot pick up a Final Fantasy game at full price anymore. Like they're just going the wrong way. Like I'm not a fan anymore. I was a fan from Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and then after that, it got kind of questionable. 15, 13 was questionable. I didn't really play those. 15 was questionable. Wasn't as bad as this. 16 is just off the cliff. Like I don't know where they're going with this anymore. But yeah, I just wanted a short video on that. I highly do not recommend picking this game up. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even at the end of this game. I don't know how I could show this to you without spoiling too much, but I'm like 3/4 through the game, as you can see with his abilities. I'm 3/4 through this game, and I think I'm just gonna put this away for a while. Like I may come back to this eventually, like if I'm really bored and I really wanted to see the conclusion of this story, but I kind of already know where this is going. Like it's a very predictable story. Just not feeling it. I'm probably gonna get Baldur's Gate 3 at full price because I think that game deserves it based on all its reviews and hype. But yeah, that's all I had to say about this game. I hope you guys learn something from it, can take something from it, maybe not make the same mistake I did as buying this at full price. If you're gonna get this game, get it on a deep sale. If you're a starved JRPG fan. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.